Welcome to the Utah PTA Pulse Podcast. I'm Mike Williams, Director of Communications. To my left on this episode, and you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
I am Corey Fairholm, immediate past president for Utah PTA and host of the podcast. And tonight we have two special guests with us and a third one too. We can introduce him as well. So we're gonna have them introduce themselves. So go ahead, Ashley Rayback, tell us who you are and what your position is and why you're here.
I'm Ashley Rayback. I'm the Battle of the Bands chair for Utah PTA. And so I'm here to talk about Battle of the Bands, and I'm super excited about it.
Okay, thank you. Wes.
Hi, I'm Wes Brehm, and I am a local film person. I don't know what to call myself because normally I'm a sound guy, but on this case, I'm filming. So, yeah.
Well, awesome. You want to introduce your son too?
Oh, yeah. This is Wyatt. He was sick, so he couldn't go to the sitter. So he's
No,
hanging
that's
out with me.
awesome. Welcome, Wyatt.
Yay.
So tonight, Mike has the special question.
What superhero would you be and why? And like the last time we did this was more of like all of us were like, oh, I want to be able to get somewhere fast because I have so much to do. So that would be like the why of your superhero power.
All right.
Ashley, you go first.
Um,
Invisible.
I don't know. I mean, I guess the fast one's good. I mean, it would be nice to travel fast from place to place. That would be convenient. I feel like a lot of time is spent traveling from place to place with my children, with different PTA stuff I do. So yeah, that'd be convenient.
Yeah. Wes?
I know it's kind of cliche, but I'm gonna say Superman just because he's super fast, he's super strong, so I'd never get tired because running around with this one is pretty tiring, and being able to do a lot of different things at once would be pretty helpful.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
Corey?
I think I want to be Wonder Woman, that I can do everything. Just get everything accomplished, do everything, just be, you know, get all my stuff done
Sweet.
and not be tired.
Well,
Mike.
I just like Spider-Man, so I mean I can get around kind of fast. Although this new Spider-Man coming out and that's a mutated spider thing going on, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore and being mutated.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, speed, intelligence. I want to be able to, what'd be cool is Julie, our graphic designer. Julia, thank you. I would love to have graphic designer powers because I've spent so many hours trying to figure out banners for the PTA, which we'll shout out the PTA Idea Bank. If you have stuff that you've made and you want to contribute to the PTA Idea Bank because it would save me hours of trying to figure out skate night.
There you go.
That's
why we all collaborate together.
That's right.
Right. Okay, well, fun stuff is coming up in April. Ashley, Battle of the Bands.
Yes.
So tell us what Battle of the Bands is and the big date.
Okay, so Battle of the Bands is a Utah PTA program that is unique to Utah PTA, and it involves bands across the state. They start out competing at their local schools, and then from there, the winners from those local schools go to multi-region contests. And the state is divided into three multi-regions. There's a north, a central, and a south. So they all compete there, and then they send their top winners. There are three bands and three solo duets from each multi-region to the state battle. And that's the final battle. So we will have 18 acts. We will have 9 bands from across the state and 9 solos or duets from across the state. There's basically 2 competitions going on. There's a band competition going on, and then the solos or duets competition going on. And so that epic battle is coming up. We're super excited for it. I feel like the competition has been tougher than ever. These kids have been planning and working, and they know what's at stake. And this year I'm super excited to announce that we get to host it at the Depot is hosting us. The Depot is an epic concert venue here in Utah. They are our partner now, and we're really excited to be able to have the kids perform there on this level of professional stage and professional sound people. And we have great sound people and professionals to help us across the state, but this is like the concert venue, and I'm super excited that our kids get to play there. It's going to be April 11th at 4 p.m. So you're going to want to show up to park and stuff, and be ready. They do have, like you have to check in your stuff and come in the venue. So I would plan on arriving at the venue, parking about 3:30 because you don't want to miss our show where it's fast paced. We move quickly. The bands play 2 songs, the solos, duets play 1. So you can see a lot of really cool stuff in a short amount of time.
How much does it cost?
This year with the Go through Ticketmaster, it's going to be about $15 to $17 with tax.
Okay, that's awesome. And you have judges that are coming to
Yep.
Score all of the performers and everything. Yep. And so this is like real stuff, right?
Yeah, and I try and find judges. So we usually shoot for about 9 judges is what I think we've got so far. I think we have 8. I'm looking for one more. I'm solidifying on one right now, and they come from the field. They're people that know music well. They know different types of music well. They know teenagers. They're good at working with teenagers. And many of them are people that we have had judge before. I like having people that kind of understand how cool these kids are and how awesome they are and how talented they are, and also understand these are student musicians and that they can appreciate them at that level too. It's great. They love the feedback from the judges. We have really great judges.
And so grades, I mean, what's the grades that can participate? The grade level.
So it's grades 9 through 12.
Okay.
There's not an age restriction anymore, but there is a grade restriction. And the reason why we say 9 through 12 is because, as you know, some high schools are grades 9 through 12, some high schools are grade 10 through 12. So it just kind of depends. So we, in the past, have had a junior high band. We had junior high bands competing throughout the state, but it does have to be grades 9 through 12. And your students need to be in those grades to participate.
So, and there's been competitions for the last couple months throughout the state at their local school and then now at the region level. And we've done a couple of those throughout the state. Have you seen great attendance there?
Yeah, we have pretty good. I mean, they're hosted at schools. The bands bring their people. Yeah, we have about, each band brings their fans, and it's fun. The audience is energized. It's a good time. It's good, clean fun that everyone can enjoy. Families come. We have people of all ages. We have babies. We have grandparents. We have everybody come to just enjoy and have fun with these student musicians. And so I'm hoping for a really fun audience at the Depot as well.
And that's awesome. How many can the Depot hold? A lot of people?
It can hold a lot of people.
Okay.
It can hold way more people than I think we're gonna get. I think they can hold up to like 800 or 900.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
But that is with standing room. And I told them, I said, we have people of varying ages here and they do not want to sit the whole time. So we are going to have about 150 chairs set up, and that cuts down a lot on the standing room, which is fine. We'll still have plenty of room for everybody to come enjoy. The Depot is really fun in that it's 2 levels. There's like the floor level where you can be down there and like feeling the band, and then there's the balcony level where we'll have the judges sit, and it's also adults can sit up there too. Children are not allowed upstairs, but we can have adults sit up there.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so April 11th, starting at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that is great news. And this is something we look forward to every single year because it is great fun. The students are amazing. They are so appreciative and they do great musical. I mean, they're very musically talented. It's amazing what they come up with.
They are. And one thing that I've been impressed, like I kind of mentioned at the beginning, is they're just getting better and better. The student musicians are getting better. You have more kids who are interested and they're practicing more. They understand what's at stake. And this year, I have gotten a lot of kids and parents really excited that we're performing at the depot. And so I think that the competition has been even stiffer. It's just been it's been fun to see.
That's great. That's good. And so there will be a first, second, and third place, right?
Yep.
And then is there a fan favorite?
We don't do fan favorite. We do first,
Not anymore?
second, and third. Yeah, we don't do that anymore. We do first, second, and third for bands, and then first, second, and third for solos, duets. Because as I mentioned, it's sort of like there's two different contests going on, and we have fun cash prizes, and they get a recording. We have a person who donates a recording studio time for one song. And then they have a lot of opportunities to play. We have them play at the state fair. Draper Jam has them play. They've actually already given some bands, the top 3 bands at each of the multi-regions invites the Draper, to come play at the Draper Jam. And we also have um, another place they can play. AMP is hosting each of the first place winning bands, and then some other bands can audition for it as well. So it's just a really fun opportunity. And I found that throughout the year, I have, especially in the summer, I'll have different cities or, fairs contacting me saying, hey, we want our Battle of the Bands winners to play. And so I'll give them the email information so they can contact them. So it's just really fun.
Okay, that's awesome. So this is going to be great. But this is a great place to come and spend an evening and to enjoy the music by these students.
It's a really great PTA program, and one of the things I love is that it's unique to Utah, and it's really something that everyone enjoys. I just love that the bands enjoy it, the school communities enjoy it, the audience enjoys it. It's really something that brings together a lot of people for a fun, clean cause. It's just a really good time. Like everyone enjoys it. I love that it's unique to Utah, and I actually have schools across the state all the time asking me to participate. And even if they're not PTA schools, and this is a PTA program, so it's limited to PTA schools. And I've had some parents who just have been so appreciative of the things, and so it's been fun.
That's great. And like, we have another podcast coming out from the person who started Battle of the Bands 25 years ago next year. So this program has been successful in Utah PTA in Utah for 25 years in 2027. So that's 24 years. That's amazing.
It's amazing. Well, and one thing that I've loved and that I've noticed, because I've been the chair for 2 years now, is that there is great momentum in this program. It's growing. Like we are at maximum capacity at a lot of our places. Um, it just is, people are on board, and we have people offering to do great things for us. Like Wes, you'll hear from Wes. He's been so great this year. And we had at the South Multi-Region, we had the Sky Ridge photography teacher come and take photos for us and sent all these really great professional photos just because he wanted to be part of it. Our MCs have just really been impressed. Our judges have been so excited, and we've just gotten a lot of opportunities for it. And that's how we got the depot, is they had heard about what a cool program they reached out to me, and now we have this really great partnership. And I just feel like there's momentum going on, and people really are excited about this. And I've loved that it's grown over the years. I've made a couple changes over the years, like including duets along with the solos. That's a change I've made. And I just think that it's only going up from here. We just have so much excitement for it.
It's amazing all the changes that have happened in the last 24 years and what a great successful program it is. And these students, the stories I hear of how this program has changed their lives is amazing. And that's what we're here to do, is to change these kids' lives and to make an impact. So it's amazing. So thank you for what you do, Ashley, and getting this program going and being successful. It takes a lot of work, I know.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed it. And like you mentioned, I mean, I have several people who have told me, and we do have judges come back that have that are super excited to be involved. And some of them have told me, like, this program literally saved my life. This is what I had going, and this saved my life. And so it's really impactful to not only have a program that allows student musicians to showcase their talents. And these kind of musicians don't always have an opportunity to showcase in a traditional school setting, you know. But in this time, they can shine doing the kind of music they like. And yeah, sometimes it's all about being involved. And if you have something that makes a difference in your life, it is life changing and literally life saving. And I have heard that several times in this program.
And that's what I think is so important about this program is, like you said, these students may not have an opportunity to show their talents in other avenues of school, but this is a great place that they can come and share their talents and build up their self-esteem and their confidence in their talents and share it. So that's what I think is impactful, is we're making a difference. And I mean, the stories are so impactful that we're changing lives. So
Yeah.
thank you for what you do and the time and efforts that you put into it. And we are, I mean, April 11th is the state competition, and then we go into next year. So how would a student get involved next year to be involved in Battle of the Bands?
So I say start practicing now. More and more, I am seeing bands that have been, there's always a couple bands who just like, hey, friends, let's get together and play. And they're super fun too. And I love that. I mean, I love that it can be a grassroots kind of situation where you just get your friends and have a fun time. But the more practice you have and the more opportunities you have to perform, the kind of the better you are. I mean, as a music teacher myself, I want my students to perform. I want them to practice a lot. That just sets you up for success. So I say start practicing now, find your band members, and then in about fall, November or so, you're going to want to start looking at your school to see when their program is. And they can always contact me to ask if I know who the people are in charge. It's battleofthebands at utahpta.org. And they start doing contests November, December, and then yeah, they go from there. They have clear until February to do their contests.
Okay.
So there's a wide variety.
And then those winners will move up to region and
Multi-regions. Mm-hmm.
then they'll move up to state.
Yeah, and once you win at your school, I know who that is because it's forwarded onto the multi-regions and I'm able to see who that is and the multi-region contests. And then from there, the state contests, I know exactly who's performing as well because that comes directly from the multi-regions on our platform. So yeah, but start practicing now. Find your band members now. Make sure they're in grades 9 through 12. Make sure that you're all from the same school or the majority is from the same school. It's got to be a PTA school. Start writing your original song and be ready.
Okay, awesome. That's great news. So yeah, that would be great to do. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. And we've invited Wes to come, and he is doing, this is awesome. This is wonderful what he's doing. And so Wes, can you tell us what inspired you to create a documentary about Battle of the Bands?
Honestly, I just wanted to give back, like thinking about when I was in high school, because I volunteered to help out with the Battle of the Bands for the last 2 years, for the state competition. And I was like, what can I do to, make a difference with kids? And I was thinking back to the people who inspired me when I was younger and a student in high school. And so I thought this would be a cool way to maybe help build some self-esteem, hopefully generate some buzz for the Battle of the Bands, get more people in, and also just showcase some of the interesting stories because people are interesting.
That's awesome. So who have you interviewed so far for this project?
Anybody I can.
Okay.
So mostly just students and judges and volunteers so far.
Okay.
But I'm really interested in interviewing community members or people who've been involved in the past or are still involved. So really anybody I can talk to, because just about anybody I talk to ends up bringing a new perspective and says something interesting that's helpful.
So have you interviewed students then?
Yes. So I've been interviewing all the students. My plan initially had been to go to all the students individually and interview them, but that just wasn't feasible logistically. So I've been interviewing all the students before the shows during their sound checks. And then now that we're on to regionals, I've been interviewing as many students as will let me at their homes. And I've also been going and doing recordings of them That way it gets me better audio for the documentary, and it also gives them recordings because not everybody has access to a recording studio. And coming from the world of film, I basically have a portable recording studio.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what have you learned about the role of music in these students' lives?
It's been all over the place, really. Some students, like, music is their life, and other students, it's just kind of something fun they do with their friends. And both of those are perfectly valid perspectives. So I've just been really impressed. Everybody's been really positive. It's been a really good experience for me.
That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. What has surprised you the most about during the interviews?
Honestly, the thing that's been the most surprising is just kind of how wholesome all the students have been.
Um,
Um, I mean, coming from the world of music and dealing with a lot of musicians, I kind of knew what to expect. So that might mute the surprises, I guess. But it's just everybody's been so positive and supportive of each other. And I think that's really cool that the students are out there supporting their competition. And then a lot of the parents have been super supportive, and it's been great talking to the community members and finding out why they joined in and how supportive they are. It's just been a really cool experience, kind of life for
Yeah,
me.
because when I've been involved with Battle of the Band, it is amazing how and you've probably seen this too, Ashley, how they're so supportive of each other. And, if someone forgot their drumsticks or whatever, they have them, they'll share it with them, and how appreciative they are of the volunteers and community members that help put this on. I mean, these students are amazing in what they do. So you've probably seen that too, haven't you, Ashley? Yeah.
I definitely have. And I feel like you would think that it would be a really competitive vibe, and it is on some level, but also it just is a really like a camaraderie amongst musicians and also in the audience. Like people are cheering as much for every single band as they do for the winning band. Like it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, they're there enjoying it and having a good time. And that's part of what I love. It's a really supportive community.
That's amazing. I mean, and I just heard of a story from last week's multi-region band, how nobody showed up from this one school, and all these students, not from their school, came in just right there at the stage to support them and, encourage them. And that right there is what the feel is on these Battle of the Bands. So amazing.
I think that it's easy to think that it's just about the bands, and it's not. It's so much more than that. It's about the community at the school, it's about the audience, it's about the families and the judges and the community members. It brings a lot of people together for a program that is really unique in any other kind of program. It really brings all these different people together, and we have so many awesome volunteers like Wes who are willing to do great things for us just because they believe in it.
And that's amazing. Thank you, Wes, for doing that. What message are you hoping audiences will take away from this project, Wes?
Yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to share some perspective about kind of students, right? Like I want people to see something positive and uplifting and just how much good there actually is out there in the world. Like I've been so impressed by these students, their families, the volunteers, just it's a really good vibe. And so that's kind of something I want to make sure to send across in a visual format, is just how we can make the world a better place, and it doesn't have to be, on the massive stage. Like we can make a difference in our own communities, and that can make a big difference in the long run.
That's amazing. Have you faced any challenges doing this project?
Yeah, the biggest challenge has been scheduling, and the fact that I'm just one person. So I was really lucky. I got an assistant to come help me out, but she can't make it to all the concerts, but she's been really helpful. Um, so that's been great. But yeah, just the scheduling, finding time and getting people to respond, and then working with everybody's schedules, because most of the students, right, like we have to meet after school, but then their parents are at work. And so it's just like finding time. So usually I've been putting most of the interviews like at people's houses or wherever they want to meet in the evenings or on the weekends.
Okay.
So we asked Ashley some perks for the bands. You said you had something to share with us about AMP. Is that right, Wes?
Sorry, I thought you said Ashley.
Yeah, yeah.
I just wanted to make sure to talk about AMP. So you guys already kind of touched on it a little bit, but that's something I've heard over and over again from parents, from students, and from judges is just the high quality of musicianship they're seeing out of students today compared to maybe in the past, like when I was in high school. Right? And I've been asking everybody what their thoughts are on that, and the consensus that I've gotten probably the most has just been the quality of education now is so amazing compared to, like when I was in high school in the 90s, we had magazines that may or may not have had incorrect tabs. And now, if you want to learn a song, you just go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to the internet, whatever, and you can look up and learn how to play any song that you want relatively accurately. But not only just getting the notes right, you're also hearing all the processing chains and the signal chains. And so that's teaching kids a lot about recording. Hey, you gotta be quiet, buddy. And another thing is things like AMP or Catalyst, which are like the coolest things that I've seen going around. Like the Davis County Catalyst Center is a lot like AMP. And those are just centers that teach students skills, both for music and, in the case of the Catalyst Center, teaches a lot of different things like video games, sound, composing, filmmaking, all kinds of stuff. And I just thought those were really cool. And I wish something like that had been around when I was a kid.
Ashley, you were doing stuff last year. Some of those bands returned from last year to this year. And one of those bands that, and I won't mention any names or whoever it was, but I was impressed that they sounded better this year. I was like, oh, good, they came back. Because last year I was like, oh, this is a little hard on my hearing here. But they came back this year and I was like, oh, they improved. Like it was fun to see even their interaction with the audience improved. Just the whole vibe improved. So it was fun to see last year to this year some of the bands to
Oh,
improve.
for sure. I have been impressed by, like I said, the level is getting higher and higher every time. And the judges, I brought in two new judges who I knew were good working with students to the South Multi-region, and they just went on and on about how talented these kids were and how well they played. And I just think people are surprised what kids can do. We always, it's easy to underestimate them. They're just teenagers, but they are awesome. They are good musicians. They work hard and they want it. And they want to play at the depot. They are emailing me and asking many questions. They want to play there. They understand how cool it is.
That's awesome. It's such a great experience for them to be able to do that. And especially in their time of their life, right? That's such a confidence booster for them.
Yep.
That's amazing. Hey Wes, one more question. Has there been anything a powerful or emotional moment that you have experienced or maybe learned during your interviews?
Yeah. So from the students, not so much. They've been not necessarily guarded, but more focused on the music. But kind of what I've been hearing from the parents, like we've gotten some really not Battle of the Bands related interesting stories from the parents or the volunteers, but some people have had some pretty emotional stories. And one other thing I want to chime in on that you guys touched on, uh, it's been so fun watching bands over the years as some of them get better. Like there are some bands I've seen now for 3 years and seeing them grow from their first year to now. And that's another thing that's been really impressive for the students. They're not just focused on playing their music, they're focused on their crowd work, they're focused on putting on shows. And some of these bands are really good. Like I definitely would expect to see some of them signed in the next few years if they keep at it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then we have what you're doing, this project that we can show how this battle of the bands is making a difference for these kids and changing their future. So thank you for what you're doing, Wes. We appreciate that. Go ahead, Ashley.
One thing I wanted to mention is that, so in the past we've had it at Slick at the Grand Theater. And so Wes is talking about, he was kind of managing the stage and like the sound and all kinds of things. So I've worked with Wes, this is year 3 now, and It's awesome to have someone who can testify how much better the kids are getting. And also, I love that Wes saw how cool the program was and offered to do this for us. Like, I think this speaks to the coolness of the program and the type of people also that are touched by it, that then come back and give in a capacity that we're so grateful for and we couldn't do otherwise. Like, Wes and people like him are giving us something that totally elevates the experience for the students and for Utah PTA. And I think it just is a testament to how cool the program is and the people not only touched by it, but the kind of people that are involved in it as well.
Well, and I think that's what's so important because what Wes is doing is pulling it together and telling stories and the why. Why are you doing this? What is it doing for you? And that's what's important is this is touching lives. Why is it touching lives? And that's what Wes is focusing on is why. And I think that's what's important. So thank you, Wes, for taking the time out of your busy life and away from your son to be able to do this for these students and for the Utah PTA in highlighting this program that is making a difference for these kids. So thank you. We appreciate it. And like, once again, me, I'll bring it back to the mission, but these are community members that are coming together to advocate for our kids and to make a difference so that they can reach their full potential. So that's what Wes is doing. That's what you're doing too, Ashley, because you are, the chair of this committee, and it's been hard because I know that you have changed, the rules and made it better and brought, so I think it's a big project. So thank you for what you're doing.
I love it. I enjoy it. And I do not think for any instance that I am alone in this. I have a lot of people who have helped me. And when I started doing the program a couple years ago, I mean, it was already an awesome program. So it's fun to be part of something that has momentum and is just getting better and better.
So Wes, big question. Do we have like a release date or like when is this gonna come
I
out?
wish.
Oh, you wish? Okay.
So, there's a reason most solo documentaries usually take years to make. My
Okay.
goal is by Christmas.
Okay. No,
And
that's
That's
right
great.
awesome.
Hey,
right
it's coming
now
out
I'm
next year for 25 years.
yeah, but like
Okay.
I might manage to get it done in time for, help me get more people interested for next year. But
Okay.
as far as this year right now, my focus is just trying to edit everything so I can give the students basically a souvenir.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's great.
We appreciate what you're doing and thank you for coming tonight to talk with us and tell us about the Battle of the Bands and what you're doing. So that's great. So remind us again, Ashley, one more time. Saturday, April 11th.
Yeah, Saturday, April 11th, 4 p.m. at the Depot in downtown Salt Lake. So plan ahead. It shouldn't be too trafficy because it's in the middle of the day, but plan on arriving at 3:30 so you have time to park and walk into the venue and yeah, get your standing room or your seat and be ready to party. It's gonna be epic.
And you can buy the tickets at the door or you can do it before.
You can do it before on Ticketmaster. We
Okay.
also have our posters have QR codes where you can buy it, or you can buy them at the door. But if you do have your tickets ahead of time, it's faster.
To get in. Okay.
Yeah.
So Ticketmaster, is there a link also on our website?
Yes, I think there is. Or if there's not, if I will have one put there, but it is on our posters as well. But if you go to Ticketmaster or the Depot, like they are also advertising this. So you can just buy tickets there and it should be really fun. And the Depot is super excited as well. Like we're gonna put on a great show. I'm excited about
Amazing.
this.
Okay. This is an event you do not want to miss.
You
So,
do not.
okay, we'll get this podcast out so people can come and see that great show that we're going to have with these great students. So, great. Anything you guys want to add?
I just want to say that it's been so awesome working with Wes, and everyone I've talked to has loved talking to him. And all the people are like, yeah, he's super nice. He just comes and talks to us. I think the kids like telling their story. Of course, they have a lot to say, but every volunteer doesn't have time to listen to everything they have to say because we're trying to put on a show and get everybody situated. You know how it goes. And so I think Wes has given them an opportunity to say the things they want to say and tell the stories they want to tell. And so it just has really made a really cool, complete circle kind of feeling for all of it.
That's awesome. Thanks, Wes.
So
And,
excited.
I just want to say thank you because it's been fun, and honestly, I can't think of anything that's been more fulfilling that I've done in the last year or so.
That's so great.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for taking your time to do that too. And thanks, Wyatt.
Yeah, thanks, Wyatt.
He's awesome. Well, thank you for all that you guys do. Yeah, we making them dance.
Yep, let's
Yeah,
dance.
you guys got to dance. So just move